Okay, so I'm live. It is 4 o'clock in the morning, 7/1/2024. It is Monday morning, I believe. And we're going to quickly go over what's going on in the tropics and might discuss a couple of cases that are going on. So let me play an intro and I'll be right back. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Just going to go over the tropics and a couple of cases and call it a morning, but I'll be right back, buddy. Good to see you. All right, so here we are. Hey, buddy, what's going on, man? Yep, it's 4 o'clock. Just got home about 15 minutes ago. After putting the dogs out, cleaning up the kitchen, and all of that stuff, I was able to get out here and hopefully do a live here. You have to work in a couple hours. That sucks. I just got out of work, so my day is over. But I'm just going to go over the tropics, and I'm going to go over this case about the firefighters. So let's get right to it. I want to go here. Hold on a second. Good to see you, bro. I guess I can show this. So I'm trying to find the thing that I had last year, but being it's the National Weather Service, they move shit around all the time, so now I can't get to it. But we can figure it out. All right. So what I'm going to do here is go. I want to go here first to this here. So this is basically what's going on right now. This is Monday, July 1st. This is basically valid from 8 a.m. yesterday to Monday, July 1st. This is basically what's going on right now. So this here is what's basically just hit us. This whole front just moved through. We got a couple of high pressure systems here in the Midwest, basically just creating beautiful weather here. And then these two high pressure systems here. This one in particular, and this front dropping here is going to be really interesting in the next couple of days or so to see where this high pressure system here sets up. So let's, all right, buddy. Let's get back out of here and let's take a look at what's going on. This is, oops. All right, this is the short range. So this is important because this is this is Monday, Tuesday. And this is issued Sunday, June 30th, valid through Tuesday, July 2nd. So this is that high pressure here. This is for 48 hours. So this is 48 hours out. So it's going to get nice here in the Northeast. High pressure here, high pressure here. Back here. High pressure. So this was issued Sunday, July 30th, 2024, valid through July 5th, 2024. So this is 4 days, 5 days. So here's our system right here. Oop. This is Beryl right here in 5 days. It's going to be basically just entering the Yucatan Peninsula here. And this is that high pressure system that's going to keep this system from taking a quick right. And there's high pressure here over the southern port of Mexico here. So there's only one way for this system to go. But this is obviously a forecast, a gridded forecast here. So we'll see where this high pressure actually ends up setting up shop here and how strong this system is, because this is going to dictate where this ends up. But according to this map here, this goes through Friday, July 5th, after the 4th of July, has this kind of being in the Yucatan Peninsula here. So give it a day or so to get over here into the Bay of Campeche here. So where this system, this is going to be the player here, this high pressure system. So let's get out of here. And we'll take a look at the storm here. All right, so this is, hope everybody, hey Miranda, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. You doing all right? I hope everything's going okay. I know things are tough right now, but I hope you're well. Right, so here's the Atlantic here. This is Chris. This just got named, I think, overnight. And there was a battle whether or not this was going to be named first or this one here. But this is not a player for us. This is, once it hits, I mean, it's basically going to just dissolve now. It's over Mexico here. So that's not a player here. But this is going to set up a ridge of high pressure here in the next coming days. Here's Beryl here. This is the one everybody's concerned about. This is the advisory. This is when was this done? This is at 2 a.m. So a couple hours ago. There'll be another update fairly shortly here. 120 mile per hour winds. I hate when that does that to me. So the pressure's up a little bit. It was at 960, I think, before. So now it's at 965. Located at 11.5 north, 59.1 west, and it's basically moving due west at about 20 miles per hour. So this thing's at a pretty good clip. This thing's moving fairly quickly, and that might impact what this guy does here. Usually if these things are going slower than this, they try to churn up the waters just enough so if there's a system behind it like this one here, it doesn't have a lot of warm water to tap into. So we'll see what happens with that. But they got this one here at a 70% chance of forming into something in the next 7 days. So we'll keep an eye on that. But this is the baby right here. Probably going to get a better shot now at the Caribbean here, but we'll take a look here from the Atlantic. So there's Beryl right there, well-deformed eye here, well-formed eye here. It's basically going to plow through the Lesser Antilles here. It's just going to, I mean, there's no stopping this here from, but it looks like it's going to go right through. I forget what island this is here. One of these is St. Vincent here, and one of these is, I forget the name of it here, but this is the Lesser Antilles here. And there's our system to the east of this. This is getting better organized today, too. Look at that. But let me put some latitude and longitude lines on here. So this is basically just moving due west. It might have a little bit of a northern jump to it right there, but it's basically just west and moving west at a pretty good clip, 20 miles per hour. So this is going to basically be just a plow. It's just going to plow right through here. And then once it gets into the Caribbean here, well, let's take a look at that. You have to be up in 3 hours? You got to go to work? How's your dad doing? All right, so I want to go here to this. I wonder if this is going to work for me today. It wasn't working yesterday, so. Yeah, it's obviously not working this far out. So, yeah, I'm trying to get the lightning density for here, but it's not. I mean, obviously, there's more lightning density going on in the middle of the storm, but you can see from this here, there's a ton of, up thunderstorm here activity right in the center. This is a big storm here. This is well defined. You might see a reformation of this eye wall here fairly shortly here. All right, let's go back to this here. I don't know why the flash density is not working, but it's the National Weather Service, so anything's possible. So here's the water vapor here, and you can see, I think this eye wall is starting to try to reform here. And once it does that, it usually creates a bigger eye wall. That means the storm's getting more compact. But here's some dry air here, which is really playing a role into this storm here. So here's your Bermuda high here. So all of this stuff coming off the coast here is going to have to travel along this parallel here because this ridge of high pressure here is just, usually this is over in here somewhere. So that's what's causing, I mean, this is rare for June and early July. It's really rare to see something like this forming in the Atlantic this early in the season. This is something you'd probably see in, I don't know, late August, early September maybe, but there's a whole bunch of waves coming off here. So these are all going to have to either go this way or up in here somewhere. But this is the intertropical conversion zone, and there's our other storm over there. Here, I can't move that. All right, so that's the mid-level. I'm going to go down a level here. This little water vapor here imagery. So this is what I like to go by because this is it's easier for me to see these systems that are going to play a part in this here. So this is it's getting some shear here at the top of this system here. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect system because it does seem like it's getting some shear here at the top of this, but it's still, it's got a well-formed eye here, plenty of storm around the center, great outflow here at the top. you're getting that perfect buzzsaw here. So what I'm going to do now, though, is I want to give me a second here while I get out of this here. Hope everybody's doing well. It's so difficult to navigate through NOAA. They move things all the freaking time, and it's very, very aggravating sometimes. But let me get out of here. It's a lot easier, like I said, it's a lot easier than it used to be. I used to have to do this stuff all by maps and ham radios and local weather forecasts, and they never would cover any of the tropics. But now it's getting a little bit better. So here's here's where we are now. This is where we started. There's something going on over here in the Eastern Pacific too. I'll have to check that out. But these systems here in the Eastern Pacific, they usually come out here into the North Pacific and die. The water up here and in here is so cold. Okay, so here's your. I mean, this if you know people that are vacationing down here, there's St. George's. That's what I was trying to figure out the other day. There's Guadalupe there, Bridgetown. These are all beautiful islands here, the Port of Spain. So this is basically going to plow right through here. This is going to be not good for these people here. But if it goes, kind of through here, it's not going to be as bad. Everything's going to be on the eastern side here. But these guys are going to get pummeled here. And once it gets into the Caribbean, that's another story here. All right. Let me go back here. So let me jump out of this one here. I'll get the water temperatures in a minute. I just got to get back there. So this is a better look at Beryl here. This is more defined. So I think this is a 24-hour loop here. I'm not sure. So as of July 1st, 6 o'clock, Beryl approaching the Windward Islands. Life-threatening winds and storm surge expected to begin within a few hours. This thing's moving at a good clip. 20 miles an hour is pretty fast for a hurricane. So as of 2 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time, Monday, July 1st, the center of Beryl was located basically due east of this island here. Minimum central pressure was at 965. So before that, it was at 959. So it's gone up a little bit. The pressure's gone up just a tiny bit. But that could be because it's trying to reform an eye wall here. See that? How the eye wall starts to get a little bit bigger. So the next advisory may actually be a little bit higher than this and lower than this. But they got aircraft reconnaissance in here now. So, all right, let's go to the water temperatures. And then we'll get a track on this here. Okay, so here's this is basically the water temperatures. This is the entire Atlantic basin here. Here's the Gulf of Mexico here. This will become a player soon. There's the Caribbean here. Our storm is basically right here. And you can see this water is pretty warm for this time of the year here. It's perfect for this storm. Once you get, a little north of this, you can see this high ridge of pressure here is a little bit cooler with drier air here. But down in here, this is really tropical air here, tropical water here. And I believe this is about a mile down. So, these temperatures are good for this system here. So let's go back and check out some anomalies here. So again, here's Florida here, here's Caribbean here, here's Africa here, this is South America here. So our system, these are the anomalies in the Atlantic. So you got two above here. But it's pretty average right now here. 1, 1, 1. So one above here. But if you take a look here into the Gulf of Mexico here, this is pretty much the warm temperatures here and this darker here. But once you start getting into the Caribbean here, and especially into the Gulf of Mexico, this water here is much cooler than it is here. So maybe that's why they're saying this is going to start to come down a little bit once it gets to the Western Caribbean, especially in the Gulf of Mexico here. So we'll see. But the big player, like I said, is going to be this high pressure here that's going to drop down from the continental United States into the basin itself, the Gulf of Mexico here. And if that sets up shop where it's supposed to be, then this storm is going to have to go underneath that. So, all right, so let's get some paths here. I don't think I can get a vision visible yet. So this, I can't get that yet. So this is the ensemble. This is the GEFS ensemble for the 7 days. So this is going to give us an idea from a whole bunch of computers, simulations, and they've flown into this a couple times now from aircraft reconnaissance. So they've been in here throwing down probes, so they can better monitor this now, and they get a more accurate, especially 5-day forecast of where this is going to go. Because they put all that information into a computer, thousands of computers actually, and these are all the different plots from different computers around the world. But the main consensus is this is going to have to go this way here. And with this high pressure, this is going to basically die here. If this is right, if you follow this direct cone here, it's basically going to come into the Yucatan Peninsula here and just die. But you have some these models that are pushing us more north. And again, this high pressure here that's going to drop down into the Gulf here is going to really play a big role here. Because this can't go, once this gets here, if there's high pressure here in the Gulf, it's not going to be able to take a right. It's going to have to go kind of around that. So I'd still worry. I mean, if you're especially southeastern Texas, even up into the Panhandle, because this is going to be a bigger system here. Once you get into northeastern Texas, I'd still be watching this. Florida's out, but anywhere in here, you're still going to have to monitor this because this stuff can change. If this high pressure here that's going to form here is not as potent as they say it's going to be, this could take a tremendous shift to the right here. And I've seen these things happen before, where once they get into the Gulf here, it's anybody's game. All right, so let's hope everybody's doing well again. I just wanted to come on here quick and give an update on that. I also want to do a little quick story on those missing firefighters there. But let's get a professional opinion on this here, if I can. This was done 5 hours ago, so we'll watch this one here. Stop that.
The storm Hurricane Beryl is just hours away from making landfall on a series of islands, including Grenada and Barbados. Thanks for.
It's not Category 4 now. I think it's down to 3 at this point.
Joining us for 10 Tampa Bay this weekend, I'm Miranda Parnell. In Barbados, the people there are boarding up and getting ready. Barbados, along with several other islands, are all under a hurricane warning. Residents there are at gas stations, filling up their cars and hitting the stores to stock up on those necessary supplies.
We opened about half an hour earlier this morning to accommodate the rush. And they have been buying generators, 5-pound buckets, everything you can think about they're getting.
And government officials for the islands being threatened are pleading with residents to take shelter.
Hi, Michelle. C. Good to see you. Yes, hello. I just wanted to come on here and give a quick update on the tropics, and I want to try to cover a little bit of the missing firefighters that I posted yesterday too. So we'll get to that in a minute. I just want to get a professional opinion on this hurricane here.
Is your hurricane headquarters. So meteorologist Colleen Campbell joins us now with the absolute latest on this storm. Colleen.
Yeah, Miranda, we have the 11 o'clock update that just came in. This storm.
So this isn't a Category 4 anymore. This is, I think it's down to 3 now, and this pressure is up to 965. So it's come up a little bit, still moving at the same speed, but the winds are down now, I think, to 120. So this is the deciding factor, the pressure. So once the pressure goes down, the system's getting better formed. If it goes up, it's weakening a little.
Storm is about 200 miles to 150 miles away from the Windward Islands. There is a hurricane warning in effect for Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadine Islands, as well as Grenada and Tobago. A tropical storm warning does exist for Martinique, Trinidad, and a tropical storm watch is in effect for Dominica and portions of Dominican Republic and Haiti. That was the most recently added. So let's get to the track of this system so you can see that it is going to make an approach for the Windward Islands as a Category 4 storm. Since the latest update, 11 o'clock to the 8 o'clock update earlier today, the pressure did not drop. So that's a good sign, because when the pressure drops, that means the storm is getting stronger, and the winds have been pretty consistent at 130 miles per hour. It will continue to trek into the Caribbean, move south of Haiti and Dominican Republic.
Well, that's terrible that your dog woke you up. But thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. So they have this at a category 4 all the way through here, but I mean, once it gets past these islands here, it might reform back into a category 4, but I doubt it.
As a category 4 storm, and then it's going to continue its journey west as a category 2.
I mean, it don't matter. That's why I wish they'd get rid of categories in the first place. But you know, category 3 is just as bad as category 4, in my opinion.
South of Jamaica, and then we're going to see it move towards the Yucatan Peninsula, likely weakening once it goes over land to a tropical storm status. Also, we have a new update here. This just in minutes ago. Tropical depression now turned into tropical storm Chris. So we now.
I mean, they may be getting some swells up here in Brownsville from this storm, but this is probably going to cause a lot of rainfall here in Mexico. But as far as the United States, you might be getting some wave action from this, but that's about it.
I'll have our third named system of the Atlantic tropical storm season. June's not even over yet. July begins tomorrow. But again, we just got our third system that formed Tropical Storm Chris. That is in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico at this time. Miranda.
All right, so what am I going to do now? Yeah, let's stop sharing this. All right, so I want to go shift gears here. I want to cover this a little bit here. I don't know if anybody's heard about these firefighters that went missing a couple days ago. But give me a second here. I'm going to try to pull that up for you. Yeah, those islands down there are fabulous. But that's the only problem with being down there. Is all right. So let's play this here. I will play this one here, and then we'll move on to something else. So, missing firefighters were found unalived in East Tennessee. Police in Georgia say. So that's mosquitoes are awful right now. Terrible.
2 firefighters reported missing in South Georgia were found dead in Cott County this morning. Reagan Anderson and Chandler Kubander's last known location was Cosby, according to the Hinesville, Georgia Police Department. Hinesville police shared this afternoon that their bodies were found in Cosby along with Anderson's vehicle
So this is a really weird case going on here.
morning. Cott County Sheriff C.J. Ball tells us the sheriff's office and TBI are investigating the deaths of 2 people who he did not immediately identify after their bodies were discovered inside a vehicle along Hollow Road in Cosby on Sunday morning.
2 Liberty County firefighters have been missing since Monday morning. They were last seen in Cosby, Tennessee, about 30 minutes away from Pigeon Forge. WJCL 22 News' AJ Sisson has been on the story since the beginning, and he has new security camera footage that may help authorities in their search.
This is terrifying, and you have no answers.
Do you think this is one of those I don't know how to say this on YouTube, M&S things, where that's what it seems like to me.
On your screen is the last known security camera footage of Reagan Anderson on Monday night at an unspecified Circle K in South Carolina.
My understanding is that his phone pinged at the same gas station where she utilized her debit card and can visually be seen pumping gas. What I'm able to see, I cannot tell he was in the vehicle.
According to Chandler Kubander's parents, he was last seen on Monday morning, leaving Crunch Fitness at the Oglethorpe Mall. They say they saw security camera footage showing Anderson's car parked near Kubander's and then only saw her car leave.
After that, we don't see him again. His car was still in the parking lot at this time and remained so until they allowed us to go ahead and go get it because we have an extra key for it.
Monday evening is the last time either of their phones made a ping. The FBI Bureau of Knoxville referred me to the Cook County Sheriff's Office on the investigation. I called, but have not gotten a response.
I would encourage anybody that.
Is that what you think too? That's what I think. I think, I mean, I don't want to say something that I don't, but my opinion is it's probably something like that. And unaliving and self-unaliving. Yeah, that's how you say that. Thank you, Michelle C. It's sad. It's awful. Was the woman faux? Really?
May come into contact with them to.
So there was another woman involved in this?
Call 911. Any information that they could provide and being a good witness would be beneficial. Providing that information to local law enforcement.
We really hope it keeps going. Just keep sharing the information is what we really want. Find him and bring him home. All it takes is one time seeing him for us to find him.
So we hope both of them are fine and both of them come home. So, and then we'll go from there once we get them both back here.
As more information is released,
this is a crazy planet, man. You never know sometimes. Things are just effed up.
Update you on air and online at WJCL.com. AJ Sisson, WJCL 22 News.
All right, so there's this one here. I'll play this one here, and then I'll try to find some more information on this here. Hold on a second. This is just awful. Sad. It's terrible.
TV's Christine Quayle is joining us live from our newsroom with a...
I know they found them, but trying to go over some of the older
breakdown and reaction from family members.
So there are a lot of unanswered questions here. Chandler Kubander and Reagan Anderson are both firefighters with the Liberty County Fire Department. They were both reported missing on Tuesday, and Hinesville police have been searching for them ever since. But their last known location was states away, so they could be anywhere right now. And from what we know so far, one of them could be in serious danger, and the other a serious danger to herself.
The site of an everyday routine turned possible crime scene. This Crunch Fitness in Savannah, the gym where Chandler Kubander worked out, is the last place he was seen.
After seeing the cameras from the mall, we could see him walk out, and that Reagan at 10:30 had arrived at the mall. Reagan was driving around the strip where Chandler was at, went around a couple times, parked. After 10 minutes, she backs up and disappears from the frame again. The mall parking does not show where my son's car is during the day, so we could not see what happened between him passing the edge of the camera and where his car was located.
That was on Monday. I went to the gym.
It was her? Oh, wow. It was her. That's bizarre. Usually it's the other way around. Because I can't find any more information on this. I've been trying.
Today and spoke with the general manager. He wasn't able to speak on camera, but he did tell me he saw Kubander come in and leave. So what happened in that parking lot? Kubander's mother, Jane, thinks it went something like this.
Willingly did he get in the car? Yes, but he got in the car because he doesn't want her to hurt herself. That is what I firmly believe. He is trying to keep her from hurting herself. And in this, now he's in a situation that he may not be able to get out of.
Reagan Anderson and Chandler Kubander have a romantic history. Anderson also has a history of suicidal ideation.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
multiple reports from Hinesville police that show Kubander calling the police because Anderson made threats to kill herself. According to another police report, she was arrested on Saturday after showing up to an Olive Garden in Pooler where he was on a date, confronting him inside and then keying his car.
We see the conversations that had occurred on Sunday and Monday between him and Reagan, and it is...
See, this is what happens when you find out the real story, right? This is awful.
It increases and intensifies in her just saying, I want to see you, I want to see you, I want to be with you. I don't want to be alone. I'm very scared. I don't want to lose my job. I'm going to go to jail because of the incident that happened on Saturday.
That arrest is what led to a welfare check at Anderson's home on Tuesday, the same day Kubander's family realized she was missing.
Reagan did leave a note, and they had gone into her home because her door was open, and it was a health and welfare visit. She, in that note,
was he trying to break up with her or something? Is that what was going on?
It aims right towards what's the next coming events where we're at.
It's the note, which, would raise concern with anybody reading it regarding the health and well-being of Miss Anderson.
That's when police began to search for the pair.
The next stop that they're seeing from between here and where the last notification, they got to South Carolina where the phone pings. After that ping, we find that Reagan was pumping gas. They see it on camera, but they don't see my son. The next one is her phone pings in Cosby, Tennessee. Once they get to Cosby, Tennessee, that's where it's gone cold.
It's been days since then, but Jane and her family have not stopped looking, telling me she's heading to Tennessee next to search there. She's also taken to social media in hopes of finding leads that way.
No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Thousands of people have viewed Jane's TikToks as of Friday. News outlets all over Georgia reporting on the case and several true crime pages posting and talking about it as well.
I came across this situation yesterday and I literally cannot stop thinking about it. This is Chandler. He's 24 years old.
Hinesville police also put out a bolo for Anderson's car, notifying people the pair may be traveling in a 2017 black Ford Focus.
I can't even close my eyes because I can't stop thinking about him. I just want to bring him home where he belongs. Every time I close my eyes, I hear
It's so horrible. It's just terrible.
the noise and automatically wake up. I start to dream and I'm wide awake. I would rather dream than to live this nightmare right now.
Some very heartfelt words there. Now, Kubander's mother told me that Anderson doesn't have any connections to Cosby, Tennessee, so it isn't clear why she might go there. If you have any information about where Kubander or Anderson could be, you're asked to contact the Hinesville Police Department, and that number is on your screen. You can also find it online. So we will update you as we learn more on this case. Hinesville police tell us that they have asked the Federal Bureau of Investigation to intervene. Chris.
Oh, that's terrible. That sucks. That's that's really bad. It's what are you gonna do? Poor people. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to come on, give an update on the Tropics, and go over that case. If there's any more information on that, I'll try to either post it on my community page. I don't think I'm gonna do a live again today, but if there's any more information on the hurricane, I'll pass it along, or if there's any breaking news, I'll try to cover that. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, Michelle C., for coming in. I know Miranda Lee was in here. Thank you, Miranda Lee. Dean Johnson's awesome. Dean Johnson was in here. Miranda Lee's awesome. I hope you're doing well, Miranda Lee, if you're still in here. I know you're going through some hard times right now, but you're in our thoughts for sure. You're an amazing person. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle C. You're awesome. Let me know if you want a wrench. I'll give you a wrench. I have 176 subs and I have 176 moderators. So funny. Oh. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'll play some sort of an outro and get the hell out of here. Whoops, I don't want that. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny shit. All right, let's play this here and we'll get out of here. Have a good day, everybody. Stay safe.
Yeah.